Welcome to the Immaterial Gamers podcast. I don't know. Is there any stuffed toys that you don't have?
There's a few.
Like?
I have the 6 Pokemon.
Okay.
Got the Toothless. Got Yoshi. Got Simba. So
The Circle of Light.
Lego.
That'd be a weird cuddly toy. How do you cuddle something that is plastic by nature?
Turn into a plushie first. Duh.
Plushy plastic.
Yeah.
Or is it plastic plushy? Build a bear. Get on with it.
Yeah, and I only got
Or
Toothless. So.
or do you do Build a Bear Lego?
Hmm.
I don't think kids would be as very great with their customization. I mean, it would be, queues would be a lot shorter because they wouldn't have to spend 10 minutes stuffing them with fur. Oh, you went to choose this little Lego Build-A-Bear, right? Do you want to stuff it? Yeah, okay, right, 1 second. Right, there you go. Off you move.
No, you just get a. Actually, idea. Have a. You got the duplex. You got Lego and then duplex.
Oh, yeah, the kids' bricks.
Yeah.
Lego for those who need to feel taller.
Well, that and it's so tugglers don't swallow it.
Oh,
It's
well,
a,
thank you for putting occupational health and safety in there.
it's a. Yeah, it's the reason why duplex box were built. It's
Yeah.
it's toggler safety. Yeah, plushy versions
Plushy versions.
for small tugglers that they can build.
Yeah, I get what you mean. They build.
Yeah.
They build.
Uh,
That's a bad start to a vidcast, isn't it?
mm,
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's just move on then. This is the Immaterial Gamers podcast, episode number 102. This is the podcast that gets out of the vault of room 101 and then
we don't know
just
how though.
starts running around with a long trench coat going, vidcast me, please.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
So,
Room
yeah.
101 still got plenty of room. It's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got there's just two of us today. I'm Ryan. I'm becoming more bearded
Bird.
and new glasses.
Oh. Oh, you said you got lighter flames this time.
Yeah, they are lighter frames because the other ones died a horrible death with a smash to the left lens.
Oh. I thought you meant like car compactor or something.
No, I mean I've not fully killed them yet. They are over there somewhere, but
Taking going up to the top of the car park and taking a sort of fall.
no.
Burying them?
When I do go over to our local supermarket,
Bury them
maybe
alive?
level 7 may be a good idea for them to go there.
Well, you could put them in a glass container. You put them in its glass container if you've still got it and bury it.
What the hell is that? No. No, I'm not that attached to them, bloody hell. They spent their times attached to me. It was a symbiotic relationship.
Eh,
And
baseball bat.
yeah. And on my screen, to the left of me,
Okay.
is D. On your screen, it's to the right, yes. But we go off the recording one. As you can see, these are our handles, and now they disappear again. There we go. And I also have some handles, but
You also got some freckles.
yeah, and two eyes and a beard and the
Actually, for you, it's double
usual oddly
freckles.
red cheeks.
No, for you, it's double freckles.
Double freckles.
Yeah, you're wearing the freckles t-shirt
Oh yeah.
and you're ginger.
Yeah, you're ginger as well, technically. Oh no, not them. Ah, there we go. There's the freckles.
Yep.
There's the freckles. So, what's been going on this week?
Hopefully not that much. Been playing a bit of Minecraft. Well, you joined in for part of that game. I've been streaming the Major.
Tori. Well, I guess we're going to be talking about the games. We'll just say what's been played. Not that I've been putting the interstitials in because we haven't been needing to. I mean, you can, if you miss them, you can just go, "What's been played?"
Well, yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, as you were saying Minecraft and Magitori.
Yeah, mostly.
I mean, we've got time. We can talk about it.
Well, Magitori it's a little game I found when I was looking through the shop with the summer sale because I thought, oh, I also modded my new Steam profile.
Yes, I kind of just saw that with your library sharing, just telling me that it was available to share again. Was that Bayonetta that I saw as a profile picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Good old Bayonetta. But yeah, basically they did that summer sale sticker thing. So
Oh yeah, I
I know of a lava lamp. I'm happy.
you're the owner of what? A lava lamp?
My profile has a moving lava lamp.
Oh yay! That's what we always looked for the Steam summer sale for. You know, we didn't just have discounts on games, and then there were competitions where there was the chances of winning games. Not that we ever won them. But no, we just go for just stickers now. Stickers, they're cheap, they're digital, everyone can have them.
Well, it's stickers and animation gifs and stuff. So you can actually have your profile wavy and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, so I upgraded it to lava lamp.
Lava lamp. What colour's the lava lamp?
It's it's orange and red.
Ah, so it's like lava.
Yeah, it's a lava lamp. So my profile looks like a lava lamp. It's got two lava lamps up the side of it.
Huh. I
With
always
the
preferred blue, but that's not to say blue's my favourite colour or anything, but
oh yeah, if um,
ah we're moving through Dee's room here, and oh yeah, there's the lava lamp, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll just make sure you don't have anything potentially secret there. Oh, and there's D again and Pikachu.
yeah, well, could have Pikachu or
Nemo is in the back.
yeah, there's Jigglypuff,
Yep.
and Jigglypuff has a
Oh my.
Jigglypuff.
Okay. I lost my train of thought. We derailed. Oh, there's Tails.
Well, I detailed you.
Oh, boo. Boo. Okay, so, as you were saying, so you were going through the Steam Summer Sale.
Picked up a couple of things because they had. Yeah, it's just they said they had the profile stuff, so I might as well spend the points while I've got them.
Mm-hmm.
Because it also backlogged you all the way from January.
Yeah. What's your mic, by the way? It's just gone. It's gone. Disappeared a little bit. There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
There.
New headset.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. What's been played? New headset or headset that is exactly the same as the headset I previously had, but it now has the foam nubbing.
bit back.
Yeah.
And the jack isn't loose, so you shouldn't hear as much feedback.
Yeah. No longer will we end up starting a game with Disco Elysium and going, "Hi everyone, it's D and."
Well, for the next 3 to 6 months.
We should have made it to at least Wednesday by then.
Maybe.
Yeah. As this podcast is out, we'll have already done episode 8 of Disco Elysium with our good old friend Everett and the WWE chair. The episode is called "With the Chair."
It kind of reminds me of Pongo. That guy reminded me a bit of Pongo from 1973. No, not 1973. The F is for Family.
Okay.
The manager in F is for Family is freaking huge.
Yeah. Everett is a huge walrus of a man, as he's described in the game, and He gets himself his nice round leather chair, and we get a WWE folding chair.
That
What did it take?
destroys.
What did it do? It took 2 of our health and 1 of our morale.
No. Took 2 health and 2 morale.
Oh, it took 2 morale. I didn't even notice the 2 morale. We got so much morale. It's
It then healed our morale because we had a go at him.
Yeah, I may have also used some Nosafed and magnesium to make sure we didn't die mid conversation.
Well, actually, after a certain point, he's just like, eh. Oh, we also found. Oh, actually, spoiler alert or not?
If anyone hasn't watched it from Sunday, yeah.
We know the character's name.
Yeah. We know his name. Well, we know what we think his name is.
Well, according to.
I mean, we know he's called Harry.
Hmm.
But apparently we got a surname, and it's a Dubois.
Well, it's French, so it fits in with the French theme.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but we've been sort of having fun with that. Now I sort of derailed you from that, which is now my fault.
Yeah, but that Major Ori is it's a little puzzle game thing. No, it's a question.
It's a trivia game.
It's a trivia game with a twist.
Yes. I've watched some of these streams on this, so also I may have lent some support in some of the questions.
Well, yeah, basically, the twist is you mess with people's lives depending on how the quiz goes.
Yeah. How many trivia games do you know that has permadeath?
You can always delete it and restart it again. Well, I've got 2 more achievements left. I've got to change Romeo and Juliet's fate.
Okay.
And I have to make Sebastian a cook.
I am not a cook.
And but the first time I played Sebastian, he went blind because he stared at the sun.
Well, why would he go do a thing like that?
There was an eclipse. It was really pretty.
That's not how. No. That's not how you do things. That's no. You are a silly man. What's his name? Sebastian. Sebastian, you are a silly human being.
But yeah,
you do not stare in an eclipse.
Basically, you meddle with people's lives depending on what happens. Like the Ava one took me forever because one of the achievements for Ava is to do all of her storyline perfectly, getting all the good endings.
Oh. And just to signify how a good and bad ending works for a character in this, is that right? So get me wrong, you get 10 questions per storyline, don't you?
I think
is it 10 or 8? 8, something
it's
like that?
8 per carousel.
Yeah, and you basically get given trivia questions, and they're general knowledge, video games,
and anime.
Anime generally.
That's why I lent towards it because it's got anime and video. You can actually toggle the general knowledge off if you wanted it and just have anime or video films.
General knowledge is how you learn, is to do general knowledge. So you can be a jack of all trades and a master of fuck all.
But yeah,
you see, so as you're saying, you answer the questions,
and then each correct answer you get gives you a little green circle. Every question you get is a X.
Yeah.
And then it spins it at the end on like a wheel. And depending if it's a circle or an X, depends on which ending you get.
Yeah.
To each bit of the storyline. So each time you play the storyline, it's like her ending, Ava's proper ending to what it is, all the variations of the good and bad. So Ava's one is she wants to be a princess. So, yeah. Should I go through Ava's storyline or?
You can go through it, yeah.
Well, Ava's the main. You always start with Ava at the beginning of each playthrough.
Right. So yeah, she's like the character.
Well, no, she's the one that she's the one that the witch plays with the most because there's up to 6 maps with her. Everyone else has got 2 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the witch is actually in it at the end. The final.
Whose name is?
It's me now. I can't actually remember the name.
I think it's like Laureate.
Yeah, Laureate. Well, basically, the end of the game is Laureate pitching the game to a producer.
Oh, you go meta at the end.
Yes, it's actually an achievement called Meta. Well, the achievements are Wish Granted, Life Ruined, Gone Fatal, Perfect, Meta, You're Welcome. I need to see what happens twice. Trolled. Troll's a bit of a weird one. It looks like it's going to pass or failure, and then it'll just go, no, wait, back. And, instead of it going heads or tails, it'll sort of like go, no, tails. Like,
just as it does.
Yeah, Doshi's rights themselves. I think. I think I know this is anime. You saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was SAO. That was clearly SAO.
Yes. Yeah.
No animals were harmed in the playthrough of this game. Is you win both Connie's and Oliver's wishes. So the animals are free and happy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Make Zing rich is basically Slumdog Millionaire. Anime was a mistake. Mario's relationship problems. Basically, yeah.
Oh, there was that one storyline. Oh, what was it? Was it Juliet? And then Alex, was it? Like one's a baseball player, and then the other was a.
Oh, that was the Prom King, Prom Queen one.
Yeah.
Juliet and Romeo it's Romeo and Juliet. And their ending is I need to do it where I perfect their ending. So when she takes the poison bottle, she lives.
Oh dear, still remember that.
It's called rewriting classics. So you go through the death scene. And each time I've done it, I've done 6 out of 8. So there's 2 chances of it fucking up. 2. Both times it was, yeah, you got 6 correct answers. That means nothing for Romeo and Juliet.
What?
It spins the wheel. I've done it twice now. I've spun the wheel. 6 out of 8 right. Both times it gives me a fail. And Juliet dies. So it seems to be a little bit stacked on that one.
Maybe it's a bit difficult because of the achievement. But there was the one that got me of the story that's like, oh yeah, he did this prom queen, prom king business.
Mm-hmm. She had a wonderful night. She
got pregante.
Yeah, and then
she may have got pregante, and then he decides, I don't want this. I don't want my life ruined. And I remember you failing it. And he goes, yeah, she called and she was so happy that she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. He now has to deal with the responsibilities of being a father. Also, he got an infection.
Yeah, well, yeah, it could be that. It's like the old grandma lady. If you get the bad ending, she dies. She just croaks there and then. The good ending, she just ends up crying a whole bunch. That the couple got married and everything was fine.
Huh.
So it really depends on each playthrough, what you're gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean. It's not the exact same each time. There's a couple of variations.
Yeah.
At least it keeps it fresh if you're going through it over and over again.
So have you enjoyed it then? Because I saw it being a bit of an experience.
Yeah, I've just been trying to. It's nice to have a trivia game where it's got anime as a main theme. Because animes in games and movies is sort of like it's like when you play Trivia Pursuit. I don't have to deal with the freaking geographical one or the sports.
That's what it's just all about. That's what it's all about.
Well, yeah, it's the fact that you play in the questions and you're trying to decide the fate based on how well you play. Depends on the fate of each character.
I mean, if you want to ruin someone's lives and you know the incorrect answers, you can just fuck up and just get them all incorrect.
It's like that lady that jumps off the building.
What?
And there's a lady that jumps off a building. She wants to fly.
What? Oh no!
If you get it right, she gets wings and flies away.
And if she fails, she goes splat.
Yep.
It's not a family-friendly game, no matter how cute it looks. By the way, you can see it on Steam. It's in there. I don't know.
It's only a couple of
It's
quid.
just being It's a few pound if you want to learn how to ruin someone's lives or try and save everyone.
Oh well, if we're gonna go for the save everyone, it's like the firefighter. The firefighter is a one-time mission. If you fuck up, she dies with the kid and burns in the house. Gets burnt alive.
Yep. Her and a child die. There you go. Happy. Move on.
And if you get correct, she ends up in hospital.
Well, hospital's better than dead.
Basically, she wakes up in hospital. The wall collapses and the wall caves in and creates an opening. And as she goes out, it collapses behind her. And the mum's like, yay, you saved my child.
And she goes, "You're welcome.
And
I
then
need
it just
some
ends the
medical
storyline.
attention."
She needed some medical attention, but she was fine.
Okay. That's cool. She lives. It's all good.
There seems to be each character can live and die. Well, with Ava, she always dies in the end. Because you play Ava from child all the way to her deathbed.
Well, that seems depressing.
Oh, the first one is if you get it right or wrong, she becomes basically Cinderella kind of deal. If you get it wrong, she becomes Cinderella because she then has to find the glass. She then has to make a dress and whatnot, and then go to find the prince. In the other ending, she just becomes a princess off the bat, and then she wants a kid. Then she wants to get married. Then she wants a kid, and then she wants grandchildren. Is her true storyline.
So she basically just wants to lead the life
of a princess. If you
There's some parts you don't want to.
Well, it's like the kid. I messed up one of the kids' bits, the first bit. So she got a baby, granted, but the baby was an introvert. The kid was completely introverted.
Right.
So the next one, she doesn't want him to be introverted anymore, and then there's the one where she can't have kids, and she wants to, so she adopts someone. Except for the adopt one goes and murders them because he wants to be king. So
there's a lot going on in the game behind the scenes.
There's a lot depending on how you answer the questions and what storyline you're going to get. But Ava's the one that you always interfere with from beginning to end. You always start as a little girl, and she always ends up as a grandma or something. In the good, if you start off good, if you start off bad, she's like 3 episodes in and she'll just croak it.
Oh, nice.
Because she gets basically Cinderella happens. She gets the dress and stuff. Prince Charming doesn't want anything to do with her, and she ends up getting basically slavery, almost, or wicked stepmother or whatever.
It's some batshit game. This.
It's basically taking a lot of it's taking lore from various franchises and going, here, have a thing. It's like the SAO one. The guy goes into SAO and then the other person wants to leave SAO and ends up murdering him. So she gets out alive, but you can also get it so he doesn't go into SAO at all.
Well, that's probably what's needed if you need to keep him alive, though, isn't it?
Well, it's basically just the storyline just ends.
Yeah, but he lives.
But it also means that you don't see the other character, so you might not see some people at all, or the other gaming person gets into the game, and then you find out it changes. It's how it keeps the game. It keeps it interesting for each playthrough.
Yeah. Very good.
But yeah, the meta one is hilarious at the end. Yeah, you're pitching the idea, and he goes, "If I win, you're gonna publish my game. If I lose," she then gets all depressed and stuff. And yeah, she just ends up in a bed, depressed. And
well, that is the life of a meddling witch.
yeah, but yeah,
It's just how it works.
It's just basically it's got loads of. It shows you what happens when someone succeeds, and it shows you what happens when someone fails.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
What have you been playing?
I spent the time that I've been playing more Final Fantasy 13. Ask me the question.
Are you out of the corridor yet?
No. No, I've got 2 more corridors to go at the moment. I'm in chapter 9. So I'm on the Palmesia, the big ship. Heading towards the who ends up being Barthandalus, the giant fal'Cie who can turn into a human, and I just want you to be strong enough to kill me and all these other fal'Cie because we're technically not allowed to kill each other. Ha 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 ha.
That reminds me of one of the animes I watched. I watched a whole lot of anime this week.
Well, I mean, that's the batshit part of the story. It's like, yeah, we tasked you to kill us. Why is that? Because
We
we
can't kill
can't
each other.
kill each other and we're bored of it all.
It's like that.
I mean, couldn't the fal'Cie have just turned around and said, guys, if we can find a way for you to be able to live out the rest of your life without needing us, can you do it and then get rid of us, please? Please?
There's quite a few things where immortals get bored of life.
There's a Netflix film that I want to watch at one point with Charlize. You know what? Theron. That's a name. Not. Well, to be fair, what she called it is Theron. It's called The Old Guard, and it's about a bunch of mercenaries who just go around the world, knowing that they can't die until they do die. And just wondering how good is our lives? Have we actually done anything good whatsoever? I don't know. Probably not. So we'll just keep going around and try and do good everywhere in the world. And then it just follows some new immortal following them, and everything's great. But I mean, it all came down to the point for me for immortals, and this is why it was nice with stuff like Lost Odyssey, which I hope ever gets a remaster because it was a really good
Immortals,
game.
is that the vampire one?
Immortals may be the vampire one, but I was just going to like Immortals as a generic term.
Oh, okay. Because there's Immortals is the
No,
vampire
that's the
spin-off.
originals.
Oh, the originals.
Yeah, so I can't believe I know that, but when you sit there and you got a house of vampire lovers.
I've watched all the originals.
Okay, when you've got that and friends who are vampire lovers.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like I liked the idea with Lost Odyssey. It's like these guys are immortals. No, actually they're not. It's just because they've come from a different world that they have a lot bigger strength and a longer lifespan just because of like reasons.
Well, it's like Thor. Okay.
It's all right. You keep talking.
Well, it's like
I'll
Thor.
listen to this off podcast.
Okay. Well, it's like Thor and stuff. They have stupidly long lives. They're not immortal. They just have stupidly long lifespans. Well, but you can kill the Asgardians, generally with other Asgardians or like higher races. But yeah. So yeah, there's loads of different mythologies.
Yeah. But as we go to these really bored immortals who want someone else to kill them, because some sort of rules. Imagine a Highlander film. It's like, oh yeah, there can only be one. Well, we don't want to do it. Well, you know what? I'll ask the room. What stops Highlander? What stops them just not killing each other and just living? So why don't they just fucking do it?
Because basically by the end of it, most of the bad ones want the power of the others, and the good ones want to be able to die.
Oh, there we go.
That's the power you get at the end of Highlander. He becomes mortal.
Well, there we go. Thank you, Martin and Don, for that explanation of.
In the meantime, as long as there's 2 alive, they're immortal, and if there's more, then when they chop off their head, they gain their power.
And then in number 2, he became immortal again because 2 more people from his planet came down.
Something to the end. Because he was just about to cark it.
Just yeah, and that's why I don't follow Highlander past the first film, to be honest.
Oh yeah, there's countless storylines.
But thanks, Martin and Dom.
There's countless storylines there. There's an immortal thing, like Hancock, was it?
I thought he was just a normal superhero that was just disillusioned and drunk.
No, the main storyline is he's actually immortal.
Oh.
But there's a pair of them. They're in 2s. But if the couples get together, they can die. If the couples stay apart, they're immortal.
Just so many different things on just immortals. Why can't someone just be, just immortal and just always want to experience everything around them forever? Or why can't people just be mortal?
Actually, if you want to answer, look at season 4 of The Good Place for that one.
Good Place, Netflix drama, comedy drama.
Yeah.
Thing.
It explains. It explains what heaven was. It puts a really good twist on heaven.
I see. Maybe.
You like the person from heaven. Actually, no. Do you like Phoebe from Friends?
I'll be honest, I never really got into Friends.
Well, Phoebe from Friends is in the last season. And she's been around since ancient times. And the past, present, they can see the past, present, and future are all at the same time. So they just exist. And they get bored of it after a few centuries. They can't die. And it's just like, it's like the Q continuum. Q explains it really nicely. But we're going into Star Trek there. There's a road. There's a dirt road. The past, present, and future all just merges into one eventually. And you're just like bored. Because you've done everything, you've seen everything. It's like, yeah, I spent couple of centuries as that chair over there. You turned into the chair for the fun of it, just to pass a couple of centuries. It's the fact that everything you do is tedious and mundane, and you've done. Eventually, you would have done everything on your bucket list. If you know what I mean. That's how the immortals end up being so thingy. Is it's been centuries. They've seen rise and falls of the Empire countless times. And basically, they've been there, done that. They got the T-shirt.
Right. Okay.
And everything's just monotony at that point. It's like, when something starts getting a little bit dull or boring. Well, think about that's going on for like a few thousand years. Of been to space, yeah.
Have you climbed up the Schmeifel Tower?
Yeah. Have you climbed up this thing? Did you wage war in the entire planet and go through nuclear winter? Yep. It's just
anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, basically we've just gone on less video games and more immortal.
Existential crises.
The existential crisis of an immortal being.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of immortal beings, Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, you were talking about the.
Yeah. So no, going through, and it's I still sort of enjoy it, even though a lot of it is just auto battle, paradigm shift, paradigm shift. Like I said, there was someone on the Twitter feed that I follow, Matt Wiggins, formerly of Loading Ready Run, said it perfectly when he was comparing Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 13, because 12 had the Gambit system, which meant that you could, set a bunch of if-then commands, and then you could just walk away and have a piss, and have a nice drink and stuff like that. and the characters would just fight on their own based on the defined parameters that you've done and scenarios that they could encounter.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 13 made sure you had to auto battle all the time, but it would give commands based off roles and stuff and the situation that would come in. So you had to be a bit more active with it.
Yeah, you can't just go out, go work, or come back and have you. It's like basically auto chess.
So
it sounds more like an auto chess situation.
Yeah. So his tweet said, comparison between Final Fantasy 12 and 13. Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, sure, we'll remove the ability to push the A button so you can focus more on key commands.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 13. We'll remove key commands so you can focus more on mashing the A button.
Mm-hmm. What did they do for 14, by the way?
14 and online.
Okay.
Now 15. 15. Square Enix got their shit together and managed to meld the two together.
So it's got a bit of.
They've become action RPGs. Between that and 7 Remake, they've sort of pivoted toward the action RPG rather than the turn-based one.
Because the yeah, it's like I was watching one of the animes I've been watching. It's like, it's my turn, and I went, in a real life battle, you wouldn't take turns.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. There would be literally no situation in the real world where two like countries would go to war and they would go, right, so you three take on them 5 in a battle, and they go first. So they fire. They've got an initiative. You just keep an eye. We've given everyone an iPad. It tells everyone whose turn's next. If you die, please make sure the iPad moves on to the next soldier. I mean, I don't know how that possibly works, but yeah. So if you could just all take turns shooting each other until one of you falls over, that'd be brilliant. Thanks. Oi, General, get back here.
Yeah, it's just basically time. You got like a strategy thing. Well, it's like chess or shogi or whatever you want to.
Oh, shogi can just go. That's the one game in Yakuza I would not even play, and I tried their mahjong. Shogi can go huffadong.
Because it's basically chess, but a lot more complicated.
It's chess, but yeah. Right. So I mean, I assume I'm going to go on the idea that shogi has been around a damn sight longer than chess has ever been.
Pretty much.
So that meant that the person who invented chess looked at shogi and thought, there is absolutely no way in hell the West is going to accept this.
Well,
they're not. So let's just.
Well, it's basically shogi has 8 pieces.
Yeah, 8 pieces, and their grids are larger, though. Yeah.
A little bit.
And they have promotions and demotions and.
Yeah.
Hokey.
Well, yeah, you got your pawn, rook, and stuff, but then you got like the general, the great general.
Yeah, gold general, silver general. I remember that stuff.
Yeah.
I just found the item in Yakuza that made sure that I instantly won every time I played a game of shogi. So.
But yeah, it's got the same rules. It's got chess is the underlining rules. So if you understand chess, and you can fundamentally get your head around shogi.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, and then Go walks up to the pair of them and goes, amateurs. So yeah. So yeah, going through, as I say, chapter 9, nearly at pulse. Just gotta fight Barthandalus, then get into sort of chapter 10 and sort of learn how to extend all our other powers, and then we get to Grand Pulse, and spend another 40 hours just taking on stuff. Maybe get to that giant cactuar that casts 10,000 spikes, knowing that everyone's got 9,999 health max.
Yep.
And no mitigating damage. So.
Yep.
I'm gonna go and grab a walkthrough. I don't care anymore. I just want to beat it. I want to beat the giant cactuar.
It's like one of the things I wanted to try and do is beat Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts. But no, I had a look.
Just not happening.
Well, you need to have the best. You need to have a secret armor or whatever, and then you need to be able to basically memory It's that his mechanics are super fast, and you have to basically memorize his mechanics. You know it's going to happen. You know the order it's going to happen in. It's just unless you've got the a special armor that you can only get at the very, very, very end after doing a whole quest chain thing, like hidden quest chain. It's not like it's a common quest chain. You got to do a hidden quest chain to give you the survivability. Otherwise, he won't hit you.
I believe the words are "Ain't nobody got time for that."
Yep.
Yeah. So, now that we've stalled a little bit and we talked about existential crises on a point where I couldn't really say much more about Final Fantasy XIII other than upgrading weapons, yay! Farming stuff, yay! Crystarium, yay!
Skill trees, woo!
Woo! Barfandalus. Look, he's a slog no matter what goes on.
Lightning.
To the point where if you take too long fighting him, he just gets bored and starts casting Doom.
Yeah, lightning being lightning and Zaz being Zaz.
Yeah.
And that chocobo.
Yeah, certainly not Hope. He's depressing. Lightning's arc.
Hey.
It sort of kind of resolves itself a little bit early on, but Hope, oh my god, what a depressing sack of 14-year-old angst I have ever known.
Well,
yes, I understand. His mother volunteered for an offensive force. She failed. She died by falling a very, very, very great height. Well, to be fair, she died before she fell the very, very, very great height. But blame the guy you asked, are there any volunteers? And then try and literally stab him in the back and then not actually use the knife. I'll just explode in rage and send him flying off a balcony. Okay, yeah, Hope's not my favourite character, alright? It isn't. It's not Snow either, he's just the classic done damage soaking Ficky. Zaz is cool when,
Oh, sorry, Zaz is chocobo.
Final Fantasy 13-2, she actually becomes... There's the chocobo. She walks around wearing chocobo costume and stuff, but it's heavily implied that she is the chocobo that spent her days in Zaz's afro.
But yeah, I just like the fact that he has little conversations with it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's basically, yeah, you just see the little chocobo pop out. It's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. Zaz seems to understand it somehow.
And then pop straight back in the afro. I mean, Square Enix, their stereotypes, they're getting better. They're getting slightly better. Square Enix Final Fantasy Black Person stereotypes at the moment fall into one of two camps. It's either B.A. Baracus or Donald Glover. So it's Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon, I'm too old for this shit.
Yep.
Or I pity the fool.
The Mr. T, I pity the fool. Yeah,
apparently they're getting better. But, people who aren't getting better is what's going on in the news.
Why? What's going on in the news?
Oh, Ubisoft.
What did they do now?
Ubisoft.
What did they do?
People who were accused during the speaking out scenario over the past 2 weeks, that is, people in various industries, including the wrestling industry and video game and journalism industries, speaking out about their abusive bosses, friends, co-workers, higher-ups and stuff who sort of use their power to get what they want to desire sexually or otherwise.
That cherry.
Speaking out is the next step from Me Too and all that business. One of the companies that got hit hard with that was Ubisoft.
Okay.
Who determined that it wasn't just the fact that senior level executives were getting accused of being abusive little fuckwits. They had a systemic HR problem where so if it was either keep it to yourself or speak to HR, who HR will then not do anything, and then sweep it under the rug, and the person who made the accusation will suddenly find themselves without a job.
That one.
Yeah. The old classic games industry business of why does no one speak out against all these practices if no one likes them? And it's like, because there'll be no one left if they speak out against those practices that are clearly problematic.
Yeah, it's basically
Go
take it with HR. You might as well just put your CV into the shredder.
Yeah. Put it in the suggestion box. Okay.
Yep.
I'll put it in. The suggestion box is the paper shredder, isn't it? Yeah. But God damn it, Rooster Teeth! Why have you ingrained in our lives so much? But yeah, the main sort of problem on that is the whole thing with the games industry is, don't ask, don't tell.
Well, in a lot of industries, it's the same.
Yeah. But I think some of them just don't get away with it much. And what we've learned with the sort of the film industry is that there is a line, and the line was crossed, and people are starting to get
it's like
sort of punished for it, and correctly so.
What was it? It's the way things were and the way things are now is way different.
Yeah.
It's improving in some industries more than others, but it's
some aren't otherwise down, and sort of gaming's getting to that, or the sort of the game development industry is getting to that point where there's only so many times you can start spinning stuff now. Not that it stopped Ubisoft. As we were recording this,
well, they're French.
Is that how we're doing that? Well, the French, because that's how it works. Yeah, they're French American, French Canadian. But Ubisoft have decided that the best way to do this is to
bury it.
Yeah, bury it. And what's the best way of burying it? That's right, a press conference by announcing new games.
Yeah. Now, if the press had a tiny inkling, you could basically. It wouldn't happen because they would have the press that they like.
Well, that's exactly what's happening, D. So we'll go on the news first for a start. The main news story is that, that being said, Ubisoft had done something, maybe due to pressure, maybe due to otherwise, but it's being done. There's only so many accusations someone can get before you start realizing, is it actually true? Someone can't just the whole I can understand the whole sort of witch hunt scenario and people going, look, these people just don't like me, and they just throw every accusation out there. And then other than Donald Trump, you get these people. So this rock paper shotgun news piece that I'm looking at here, has stated that within the space of 72 hours, 3 of the the biggest executive level people at Ubisoft have gone. Resigned, sacked, otherwise. They've all resigned and took payout bonuses, but still.
No, it's basically at executive level, they're going on vacation.
Not these ones. They're gone, apparently.
But yeah, there's extended vacation. Is one of the other industry ones.
Yeah, or they will reassign them to another department.
Yeah, you get a promotion, and we're transporting you to this remote area where there's nothing that goes on ever.
And then suddenly a new game comes out where they're creative director. Shocking that. So there's these 3 people's names that I'm going to butcher now because I don't know French names.
I'll see if I can help.
So we've got Chief Creative Officer Serge Hascoe, Global HR Head Cecile Cornet, and Yanis Mallet.
Okay, the third one I have no.
I think Yanis Mallet is just as it is. I think. So they've all gone. Actually, this makes them the 4th in a few days.
Is the second one more of a Jacques?
No, Cecile.
No, Cecile. Oh, Cecile.
Cecile, yeah. It's just in there. But this comes a few days, according to this article, after the resignation of Maxime Belland. The vice president of Ubisoft's editorial department. Yeah, basically, the people who were in charge of saying whether the games could be greenlit or not are the same people who are coincidentally being accused of sexually harassing workers in their company.
Basically, but then it's power.
Well, that's
you want my get. You want to punish. I want to publish your game, but
yeah. Is there anything you can do for me?
Yeah, it's the power. It's
the only way I could have made my face more creepier there is if I had a fucking smoking jacket.
No,
I don't smoke.
But no, do you know the Simpsons movie sums it up eloquently in this one?
Mm-hmm.
I want 5,000 tough guys and 5,000 soft guys, and make the tough guys. Sir, you gone mad with power. Of course you going mad with power. You try going mad without power, no one listens to you.
Yeah. So so that's the big thing. They've all gone. Serge Haskaway is apparently the big one because he was effectively number 2. He was like, other than the CEO Yves Guillemot. I know that one because he's the one that constantly appears in the news all the time. But he was the guy underneath him, and he had the say. I talk about the other people at the editorial who sort of had power in whether things could happen. Everything came down to him of whether something would get released or added or not. Oh, I'd like to do a Watch Dogs game just based in Central Africa. No. Okay, what if we do it in London, 1984 style? Yes. Do we need to speak to anyone else about it? No, you've spoken to me.
It's the thing with absolute power.
Yeah. It corrupts absolutely.
It's the whole Batman thing. You can go into Batman lore for the next 3 hours on that one.
Yeah, the quote is there for a reason. But yeah, the slight problem with all this coming out is that these all resigned like hours before Ubisoft's power vacuum. Well, no, because apparently what's happened at this point is that Yves has taken over Serge's responsibilities. So he's got even more power than the power that he already had.
Oh.
But he's apparently going to sit there and internally investigate and make sure that the rot has gone.
Basically, he wants to try and clear house.
Yeah, with how bad it is, he's going to be there for a while.
But then, if you're going to clear house and have absolute power, you need someone that can overrule you, just in case you turn corrupt. So, sorry, it's just you need someone to be accountable to. Well,
however, the main problem as we come round to this as well is these news of the resignations were done hours before Ubisoft's Ubi Forward streaming and conference.
Oh God!
Now, they're going. It's a pre-recorded hype fest of all the new Ubi stuff that's going to be coming out, like new Far Cry starring the villain as Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
I looked at him and was like, oh, this guy's in it. And I'm like, oh, cool. Who is he? And they go, oh, what, you not watched Breaking Bad? And I go, no.
I've watched bits of Breaking Bad. I kind of got bored after like season 2.
Yeah. Just to know who Gus Fring was, I found out his death sequence in it. He gets blown up by a pipe bomb, walks out of a nursing home, he adjusts his tie and everyone thinks he's okay. Nurses run to him and they go, ah, ah, ah. And you look and you see one side of his face, like, why are they all going, And then, the whole left side of his face is just basically a skull.
Oh, he got Harvey dented?
No, well, it blew up. His eye was gone, the skin went off, charred flesh, and he adjusts his tie. And then he just looks at the camera and drops dead. So he's just like, oh right, it just took him a lot longer than normal to cark it.
No, basically he's like, I'm fine, and then it's like, wait, nope.
Yeah, just like, nope, that wasn't going to happen. But yeah, he's going to be the new villain in Far Cry 6, which is going to be another big, massive open world map with towers to climb up to
gain control.
To gain control of stuff. And
Viva la Resistance.
You know what? I liked Far Cry 5, and I like the Far Cry games, and their villains are all great, but it really is the same game over and over again. Let's be fair.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it really is.
Oppressive nation and a hair.
Yeah, oppressive nation in fake country. Far Cry 5 managed to do something different in that it was actually set in a place in America.
Like a little off-town thing that's been shutted out.
Yeah.
Took over.
Yeah, and there's going to be a Watch Dogs Legion announcement, and then there'll be Ghost Recon and all that business, and it's all been done and timed to sweep it under the rug.
Oh yeah, look, there's this big shiny conference. Don't look it up. It's basically, I wish I had both hands. I've got Pikachu. Basically, look over here, shiny and new.
Yeah.
Over here.
They've basically
on here.
They've basically pulled a Blizzard.
The shiny and new.
There was this heated Hearthstone moment, and I'm really sorry that we didn't speak up properly when we did the banning of the player and the Hong Kong thing, but we weren't involved. We weren't told by China to do it. Anyway, here's Diablo 4. Sorry, my neck's hurting from the whiplash you just gave me. And the worst thing is, people fell for it. It's like, oh look, see, they just want to give us the games that they love. Oh no, let's forget the fact that they're funded by a country that just that's decided that human rights is an option, not a
check your privilege.
So this has happened as well. Oh look, Ubisoft. Oh, they've apologized. They've got rid of some people. That's great in time for the next Watch Dogs game. It's great. Forget the fact that there's still systemic abuse going on in the company at that point, and they still need to weed them all out. We can play as a granny in Watch Dogs.
Yay.
Yippee fucking do.
Yeah.
Pikachu cheering. It's just.
And
I guess the worst thing on that is that seeing people go, look, they've done it. They've said they're sorry. Let them do the games that they love.
You mean the games that they just rebrand every couple of years and go, give us all your money?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's bring it down to
games,
this.
Though. Like the Far Cry.
Yeah, but I feel for the employees, not the executive level stuff, not the board, not all the senior directors. They have done they've done their acts, and that's what's happened. Yeah, you know what? I do care about the employees, and yes, it's going to suck that their company has now got a giant spotlight on it.
But it's also good for them, because if they've got a giant spotlight that they can't get away with shit, that's bad.
But the problem is they need to not be able to get away with that shit and yet still keep those employees in the job, because the problem that's happened with everything else so far, you talk about like Naughty Dog and their crunch practices, and you got what's his name, Neil Druckmann, the creative director of The Last of Us, who basically goes, they love this crunch culture, they do. And someone had put on Twitter at that point, it's like, yeah, they're gonna say that because you're not gonna walk up to his face and go, I hate working 80-hour weeks. I need you to stop it right now, because he's just going to turn the foot back round and go, well, you obviously don't want the job, so piss off. The people want the job. They're basically getting their livelihood and hobby, their ambition drained out of them. And, they've got to sit there and take it because you want the job, right?
It's a similar thing in the manga industry.
Overworked, underpaid.
No, it's basically the fans. It's the thing between regular content and keeping the fans happy and balancing it out with actual life. Because if you take a Jump style magazine, that chapter gets written every week like South Park. They have 7 days to come up with an entire chapter, draw it, illustrate it, send it to the publisher for the next week.
Yeah.
And then go, and then people, if so, it's like, why is it this week? It's like they taking a break. They took a week off work.
So we flip that side on there. Could that be the fact that some of these industries are basically going, well, it's you, the fans' fault. You constantly want this new shiny shit every time. All we're doing is what you want us to give.
It's like Rick and Morty, season 4. There's a whole thing of Rick's having a crisis because he doesn't know what to do. He knows he's in as we know, Rick breaks the fourth wall. And one of the theories things of it, because I've watched some of the theory stuff on it, it's Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland hashing it out with the thing going, yes, we're doing content, and yes, it's going to take us a long time, but we have a long time. We have 60 episodes to write. How we're going to keep you happy and give you content that you're not just going to go, you shit. It's the keeping your fan base happy at the right time, at trying to set the right pace. That's reasonable.
I get you.
It's like if, say we did the podcast every week. Obviously, we have to carve out an hour, the hour a week or whatever. But if you think, and you can't exactly, someone has to carve. But one of us, if you want something regular, then you're gonna have to carve that time out each week. And say you're illustrating or whatever, that's gonna take a lot more time. It's like you and your. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. But it's like the thing between the time it's like the guy who got Hall of Mirrors in Harry Potter. If you know about that sequence. Took him 6 months to get all the freaking mirrors out. For like a 3-minute sequence. 6 months prep work went into, because there was hundreds of mirrors that you had to take the camera crew out of.
Yeah.
It's so time consuming, some of it. It's like, oh yeah, you want these big special effects. Well, these big special effects take a lot of time and a lot of money. And a lot of hard work. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you don't see.
Yeah. But, I guess at that point it just needs the time and just for people to not be just burnt out and dragged along for the sake of a product. I mean, I guess as fans, we just need to wait.
Well, it'll be done when it's like it's the sort of done when it's ready.
I used to like the old Blizzard idea initially before they started like rushing everything out every 2 years. It was when something was done, or like a project was done when it was done.
It's like what Microsoft do. Goes into like the Microsoft bit. Oh, here, have a buggy OS. And then we whinge that it's a buggy OS, and then it's like, well,
you wanted it.
Well, you wanted a new OS.
Yeah, you wanted a new OS, yeah, but it's buggy. Yeah, but we told you it was buggy.
No, realistically, we're going to make you do all the bug work for us.
Oh, that's Bethesda.
But yeah, it's that sort of like, it's buggy. Well, you wanted content, didn't
you? Yeah. Just one last aside on this before we move on to this very quick last story before we wrap up as well.
Sorry, I know I've been ranting a bit about. We've been ranting.
It's just as it is. So Ubisoft did end up sending out a tweet beforehand as well. Their idea was like people, because it was a pre-recorded show, people saying, "Oh, are you going to mention anything? Are you going to mention anything about all the stuff beforehand?"
Nope.
No, of course they didn't.
It's
of course they didn't. Well, no, but what they could have done, it doesn't take a lot to put a camera in front of Yves Guillemot's face for 2 minutes before the presentations to at least acknowledge something. The whole thing with these, the whole thing with these allegations. You can't just sweep them under the rug. They're there now, and I think that's what they need to stay there. It needs to be. Can't just be swept under. It's just as it is. I'm sort of losing my train of thought on it, but basically, fuck Ubisoft for now. Get it all sorted. Get it all sorted. The games can wait. They can.
Well, if you can improve the staff morale, it's basically if you improve the staff morale, they actually might be able to do content and might get a bit more creative with it.
Yeah. But shareholders, y'all.
Yeah, and it's like, well, how long's that gonna take? And it's like, well,
I need my bonuses, damn it.
I need money, damn it.
You've already got all the money. I need more. What are you doing with it? Did you spend any? No.
Just want money.
Yeah.
That island's not going to buy itself.
Yeah, that golf course is not going to plant itself. Right, anyway. Speaking of money, last very quick story. A sealed Super Mario cartridge for the NES sold for quite a lot of money recently.
Okay.
In dollars, without looking at the article from Comic Book/Gaming, how much do you reckon it sold for?
Wait, what generation we're talking here?
So this is a highest grade Super Mario Brothers Nintendo Entertainment System cartridge. It's A+ sealed. So it's in all its sealed stuff. It has not been opened from its polythene seal or its like other seal.
Ooh.
From 1985.
Ooh. That's a collectible. That's a highly collectible item.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. This is from the Heritage Auctions Twitter as well, saying what it went for.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be in the hundreds of thousands.
Okay.
If not,
can I narrow
more.
you down on an amount?
I'm gonna say a mill's too much.
Oh, it's definitely not a mill.
But it will be in the hundreds of thousands. I'll say half.
Okay, you overshot a bit. It's 114,000, mind.
Oh, okay.
114,000 US dollars for a video game cartridge that has never been opened.
I did say it's a collectible and it will be 6 digits.
Yeah. So there was apparently, according to a comic book, this was just a big gaming auction. To be honest, it contained. Also in here was a prototype Sega Saturn model that went for $84,000.
Okay.
And then there was other stuff. So the whole set of lots was apparently expected to come to around 428,000 US. It totaled nearly 700,000 US instead.
So someone made some dollar.
Yeah. So it's now the biggest selling sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers. Because there was in a similar condition one that went for $100,150. That is someone who's decided to just be a prick at the end. So we got 100,000. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, 100,150. Me. Oh no, worse. It's 100,000. Yeah, do I have any raises on it? Yeah, $100,100, please. And the guy who's obviously done it has just went
150.
You dick. Yeah, 150.
Yeah, basically. It's basically the two people who would have been thinking for each other for a little while.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
I'm out.
But that's the, that was the nice palate cleanser for the deep discussion of Ubisoft and their business practices.
To be honest, we could probably be here till next week.
If we went for every problem with the game industry now, we'd be live streaming longer than Desert Bus. Combined.
Yeah.
So that's all like.
Be like
13,
Happy Hanukkah.
13 of them, yeah. Yeah,
like,
so all
like
the desert buses combined.
It's now like middle of July. It'd be like Happy Hanukkah by the end of it.
Yeah, we haven't got the ability to do that, but yeah,
You ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, we can do that next week. We'll do next week. We'll slag off another part of the game industry as just these random people with mics.
Yeah, but it's there's a lot of fundamental problems.
Yeah, basically, one of the ideas that we want to sort of, I guess, it's sort of the whole Immaterial Games project to be enthusiastic about gaming and stuff like that. It's hard to be enthusiastic about stuff
when the gaming
when the people who are making our games, or the people, I wouldn't say the people making our games because that's basically saying that the problem is just developers at an individual level. Now we're looking at sort of executive decisions and sort of managerial level, which is the problem. And it's like you said, it's the problem with every industry.
It's not just the gaming industry. There's countless industries that are like that.
Yeah, and it all needs to be fucking changed. But anyway, Watch Dogs Legion.
Woo!
We just police squad the ending of this now. So if you liked what you heard on this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe, and click the bell. Click the bell that lets you see all the videos, not just the ones that YouTube recommends, because otherwise you won't get any.
Hi.
Otherwise, you can also listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can check out all the other video series on the YouTube channel that you've just been asked to click the bell for.
Victory.
You know, doing the whole police squad like freeze frame in real life actually does hurt.
Yeah, it does.
But anyway, we will go. So thank you, D, and thank you, Ryan. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, thank you, Pikachu.
And yeah, thanks Pikachu, Tails, Jigglypuff, and Nemo. And until next week, please, for God's sake, don't kill each other, and just feel enthusiastic about something because it's still dark times. So
yeah.
Anyway, that Mario cartridge, that was great, right? Yeah. Right, we'll see you next week.
Bye.